Hi, welcome back to Wild Caught Vintage. My name is Randy. I am the owner of Rockabilly Raven Vintage on Etsy, and this is actually a second part of a haul from a secondhand store and a Goodwill store in a neighboring town. I ended up finding such a boon of items in the store. I have a hair on my nose. I'll have to cut that part out. That I ended up finding such a variety of items from these two stores on my one-day trip that I needed to do 2 videos in order to do them justice. So in this video, we're doing basically earth tone colors. So join me, let me show you what I found. So my trip to these 2 stores, I found such an interesting mix of things. So let me start with some under pieces, some lingerie slip items. The first piece that I found was a very generously sized slip. I've shown slips in my haul videos before, and I cannot reiterate enough that the underpinnings in a vintage outfit can sell the silhouette and sell the aesthetic of a vintage outfit. So don't overlook going to the nightgown or lingerie area of your favorite thrift store or secondhand store because you're worried about it being like a little bit weird or gross or anything. Everything can be washed and everything can be, you know, treated if you're concerned about that sort of thing. But I just want to show you this particular slip. I hope you can see it. It's a size 20. It's a vintage size 20. Don't ever think that all vintage items were a size 5 or a size 8 or a 10. This is not probably a 20 in modern sizing, but it is a plus size black slip. It is in good condition. All of the lace is still well attached and intact. And it's a nylon slip. It is going to serve someone well, and I'm so glad that I found it. So also in the lingerie and nightgown area, I found this great 1970s nightgown, and it is so slinky and soft, and it has a look covered on my face. It was so big, huge skirt on it. Sorry, I know I really messed up the color on that, but it's sort of a pale butter yellow. Here is the important part that I want to show you. Okay, this beautiful piece is from a female designer who most of her tags just say Olga on them, and they are really well done, very flattering lingerie, everything from lingerie to pajamas to slips that are vintage pieces, and they're sought after. Her brand name is sought after because she's got great quality. So this particular one is a size large 12. So again, a really good size. I'm really particular before I bring them home to look for stains because, ew, especially on a nightgown or a slip. So this one is in really good shape, no holes. It's a nylon, so you want to look for runs. You want to look for little holes or pricks at the hem to make sure. I'm looking to see if I missed any, to look and see if there are any. This one actually has a hand rolled hem on the full 360 skirt. Again, very, very good quality. So this one, I was very, very excited to have found that little slip. So, also from I'm going to say 60s, 70s. I found a cape. It's a cape. It's a folk art knit cape. It's awesome. I have actually had this, I think, exact same cape before. I did a photo shoot. I did a 1970s photo shoot with it, and it ended up selling. I actually have the photos of the tag from that one. This one, no tag remains, but it's a pretty obvious vintage. Really awesome buttons that are kind of highly detailed. They are a little windmill with a village. Again, very folk art. Put this with a high-waisted pair of 1970s jeans and a simple shirt. Very, very, very classic chic, sort of, you know, boho to the hilt vintage piece. Has great little slits on the sides and just a fun little piece. The slip and the nightgown were $1 a piece, and I know, $1 a piece. And the cape was $3.50. So, all right. So weirdly, I'm hopping back over into the pajama department. I found a caftan, and it is a caftan from the I'm gonna guess the 1970s, and it is so boho, can't even help itself, but it is awesome. It is so brown and so floral, but it is definitely a fantastic print. Has a matching acrylic zipper. I have mentioned this in a video previously, that when you are looking at vintage items, especially if you find vintage pieces from the 60s and the 70s moving into the 80s, it is really common for a quality vintage piece to have an acrylic zipper that matches. After the 50s, they really started using acrylic zippers more often, and the acrylic zippers doesn't mean it's not vintage just because it's not a metal zipper. So, really good tag. Again, this is just a one-size-fits-all caftan. It is polyester, but the print is awesome. And it just makes me want to lounge in a big rattan chair with coffee in the morning and a cat. So, really awesome piece. Also $1. So, really great. So, also from the boho world, a plus size, simple 1960s mod mini dress. So it is got nice big wide hem. I happen to know that this piece is a vintage late 60s, early 70s Lane Bryant. There was a jacket that went over it, and the jacket was hideous. I did not buy the jacket. I only bought the dress because you pop a wide leather belt on this with some boots, and it's gonna look good on big girls like me. It is a vintage size. I guess you can't see it. Hang on, let me look. It's a vintage size 44. Yeah, vintage size 44. Again, don't ever think that you can't find larger size vintage pieces in the thrift store. The 44 is probably the bust measurement, possibly the hip, but I think it's more than 44 at the hip. So nice A-line, so it comes from the bust and goes out, so it's very slimming. It's going to be good for summer. Even though it's polyester, it's still very lightweight. Actually, now that I think about it, let me show you. It's got a good textured weight to it, textured print to it. So it's going to make somebody very happy for the summer. So, alright, so reaching low. This is my one more in my neck of the woods 40s, 50s piece, and it was an accident that I found it. It is a beautiful little rayon 1950s knee-length skirt. It is not going to fit me. It probably won't fit my daughter, so it's going to go in the store. But the reason that I found it was, oh yeah, I happened to see as I was flipping through the racks, I saw that little metal zipper and I was all, whoop, what's that? So it's got, I'm not trying to show you the tag, I'm trying to show you nice inset little pleats. So it's very full. Nice bouncy weight to that rayon. Appears to be homemade, but it's well homemade. But look at that tiny little waist. Some lovely woman is, let me rephrase that. Some lovely person is going to like this skirt very much, and it will be in my store for them when they are ready. So really liked finding that piece. So moving to the next little thrift store that I went to, the only other pieces I think I have in here are purses, and these purses are so solidly from the 60s and 70s. They're awesome. I love it. I love time traveling. I like time hopping. I'm trying to double check. Yeah, everything else left is scarves for my hair. So, the first little handbag that I got is so perfect for summer. It is a perfect summer bag. If you see my video, I might pop a card. Would be my first one if I do it. Card goes here. About Hawaiian resort wear dresses. I found your bag. Look at this beautiful little macrame bag. It is so clean and pretty. Beautiful macrame work on the back. Has nice little wooden components. Nice little short little handle. I like this little fringe right here. It's an off-white. Is cotton. The actual yarn that was used is cotton. It is an Everest. Nice little tag there. Says it's handmade in the Philippines. I've mentioned handmade bags in the Philippines before. Love. So just really cute. You could even pop the little handles in and use it as a clutch. If you are like Bianca from The Closet Historian, who loves clutches, you can make it into a little clutch. So this great little piece was, oh yeah, $3.99. I might have a hard time giving that one up. Can you tell? So the next handbag that I got is awesome 70s chic. It is a nice natural fiber, good weave, has a big heavy duty metal zipper. This is going to be awkward. I'm not going to be able to zip it because I'm on camera, you know. Ta-da! Metal zipper. It's like I'm new around here or something. It is in really good shape, but no tag inside. Here is the inside and this tag. It's in nice clean condition, no holes, no damage. There is also a metal zipper on the inside. When you're looking at handbags, quality always counts. So this has real leather, it's not pleather, real leather components, nice brass findings, nice brass finding here, and of course it's gonna go over your shoulder, which lifesaver for us gals sometimes. So great 1970s bag, good for the summer but could transition well into winter and fall. So my last 1960s 1970s handbag is a doozy. Oh, it's awesome. So this fantastic, very earthy macrame piece is a plastic cord, or like a paracord. It's not cotton like the other one was. I love these wooden buttons. They're ridiculous. I just think they're fabulous. Nice, good size. I'm gonna guess this is very much homemade. It has a very back to the land movement sort of style to it. The fact that it is sort of this poly cord is not actually a bad thing, because that means it's going to clean up well. It also means it's not going to stain like the cotton would. So maybe consider that. It might not be a deterrent. Nice longer strap. If you have on a neutral outfit with this bag, it's going to look fabulous. It's just going to look so good. So just thought I would show you interesting macrame patterns again. Really good. Was kind of fun to find that one. I think, let's see, my handbags were $2.99, $2.99, and $2.99. So $3 a piece. None of them were on a discount or half off or anything. So that is it, my friends. Those are all of the finds from my trip, the video from the Hawaiian dresses, and then this interesting combination of vintage pieces. I hope that you are blessed in some way by this video and that you're enjoying it. If you have any comments or questions or suggestions, please feel free to leave those down in the comments. I am always looking for potential ideas on questions that I can answer. I've been a vintage clothing dealer for over a decade, and if there are things that I could potentially offer to the YouTube community that I might be able to help with, on ideas on how to find vintage, how to date vintage, or anything else you can think of, please feel free to leave a message so that I could potentially answer those questions. I did have a request for how to do turbans, and I may do that. It's I don't know, that's a different one for me, so we'll see about that. But either way, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.